Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Happy Sunday morning, September 24th, 2022. I got here last night, late in the afternoon, but I didn't record anything last night. Really not much to record. Came up here late afternoon. Got the lawnmower from down the road, towed it back on a chain. Not much to record there, so the riding mower is working, running a little rough, but other than that, it's running. Check the game cams. I do have a moose on it, the first moose I've seen up here on the game cam. If you look at the date, it'll probably say August, but it was probably last week. Yeah, here in September, so this morning I fixed the game cams. I fixed the dates on them, so I think from now on, when you see the dates, you'll see the correct time and date on it. Yeah, I took another game cam from down below and brought it up here, so I got two up on top of the property now. But I think today I'm not going to stay up here too long. I'm probably going to take the screen off the porch. I'm going to try to change the spark plug out on the Cub Cadet lawnmower. I'll see how it runs after that. And I'll probably take the plug out of the snowblower and maybe cover it up with some plastic. So a few little odds and ends. Not going to do much up here today, so I don't know how much of a video it'll be. If it is, it'll be a small one. I cut the grass a little bit up here, top of the property yesterday afternoon, and down below I cut it real quick. It was must have got a lot of rain up here. It was pretty wet. But anyways, very quiet. I put the new sheets on the bed, flannel sheets that I got a couple of weeks ago. I slept very well last night, very quiet. Just kind of a late, quiet afternoon, so I didn't really record anything. So that's kind of about it. But I'm here this morning, do a little bit of recording, make a short video, and just show you what's going on up here. But turn around here, the top of the property here. It's the beginning of the driveway. But pretty nice afternoon, pretty nice morning here so far. It's about 8:30 in the morning. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Show you maybe a few little clips of here and there. See what's going on for the day. Like I said, I'm not going to stay up here too long. I may stay up here till about noontime, maybe 1 o'clock the latest. I'll probably go visit my neighbor down the road to see how they're doing. He had COVID about 2 weeks ago, and I'll see if they're safe enough to be around. I've been battling a really bad cold myself the last couple of weeks. So I'm just kind of recovering from that myself. But I may go into the plumbing box and take a peek in there, see what's going on. So, all right, I'll be back in a bit. All right, I'm back. I opened up the shed. I just got some of the stuff out of there. I'm probably gonna try to work on that riding motor, change the plug. I think I gotta find a spark plug gapper, which I may or may not have in my toolbox. If I don't, that means I don't change it. I think last week or the week before, the last time I was up here, I said I had a cell cam. I didn't really review it that much here. And I had one of my subscribers from Minnesota ask me what kind of camera that was, and I had told him it's a Tactical Reveal X cam. It's a cell camera. It works extremely well. I do get pictures at home with it. You buy a plan for it, and it comes with either AT&T or Verizon SIM card that you put in it. And so far, it's worked extremely well. I get a lot of images on it. The only really image I've gotten on it so far was a deer at night or early morning. But a lot of the pictures I'm getting is either the wind from the flag that's on the cabin or the wind chimes. But I'm gonna probably take down the flag today. I think the season's over for that. I'm gonna probably take that one down, and maybe the American flag on my shed. I'll probably take those down. But Again, been getting a lot of pictures. It's been very windy up here. It looks like it's starting to cloud up. It's supposed to get some rain early this afternoon, so we'll see how much stuff I can get done. But I think in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the screen down for the winter. I'll take down the flag, and I'll probably take down the American flag on the shed, store it inside, and probably I would like to really sort of change that spark plug to see if it runs any better. I mean, it's running okay, but I think the plug definitely needs to be changed. That's why it's, you know, kind of running a little rough and it's sputtering. You know, like I said, the guy up the road, he said there was nothing wrong with the carburetor. He changed it out, had one, he changed it out. He said they keep the old carburetor because there's nothing wrong with it. What he found was a small piece of plastic blocking one of the carburetor jets. So he took it out, he took it apart, and it seems to be running a lot better. So I think that's why it was leaking gas out of the carburetor. So I guess that was the problem. But like I said, I bought this cell camera at Walmart. Apparently on YouTube I've been seeing that it's extremely popular. But so far, you know, I'm not getting any type of money from the company that makes this, but it's just a little review if you want to maybe check it out. It's really not that much money. It's about $119. You know, I don't know what you can find online. Maybe you can find them a little bit cheaper. I don't know, but it works extremely well. I'm pretty happy with it so far. And like I said, I mostly got it to keep an eye on the cabin and the cabin only to see what I have here on for snowfall, you know, on the roof and stuff, and to keep a quick eye on maybe any wanderers that may come about. Not that a whole lot of people come on here. I haven't really seen anybody. Nobody ever comes down here, which I'm grateful for. But yeah. These wind chimes, I may or may not take them out. I probably will take them out for the winter and probably just put them in the shed. I probably will do that too. So I probably will not get any more images on the cell cam unless an animal comes down. So I'll be back. Let me work on the flag and the screen. All right, I took down the screen of the porch, my poor man's version of the screen. I think next year I am going to try to definitely do something a lot different. You know, this was a temporary thing I had for the summer, and it worked just fine. But I kind of wasn't happy with the opening. I want to make a screen door. I've seen a couple ideas on YouTube how to make a screen door. I can't find one this size for this, so I would have to actually make one. So I think in my phone, in my notes, I have the measurements, but I think before I leave, I'm going to measure it one last time so I can actually make a door at home and bring it up here in the spring. Now it's going to require some custom work, you know. I'm going to have to buy some, obviously some wood, strapping. I have to see what size, maybe 1/4 inch, we'll see. I'll probably have to put a kicker plate of some time out of wood, like on the bottom of the door. Screen the rest in, see how I'm going to make it. You know, but I definitely want a screen door on this. I wasn't really happy with that screen type of door I had on this year, but you know something, it worked. It was just a quick job. But as you can see, I brought up the camping toilet. That's when I drain the water up here, and if I come up here and sleep overnight during the winter, that's if I do, I'm not sure, but if I do, I'll have a place to go. Because I'm draining the water just to be safe. But like I said, next year I want to try to build some type of frame around this thing, so I can actually screen this thing in properly. You know, I think I could do it. It just takes a little finagling, because it's not like the poles here are squared off where I can actually end it, and they're rounded. They're rounded poles, you know, they're logs, so it's gonna be a little tricky, but I think I can do it. It just takes a little bit of ingenuity and thinking of what I'm gonna do here. So, I mean, I got the screen here. If I have to use it next year, I'll use it, but I would really like to put something else here with actually a real screen door here, and maybe either make or buy one for the door going into the camp. I would also like that, so I could actually keep the door open, you know, during the summertime. This would probably be a lot easier to buy one for this. I know I can buy one for this. There's not a problem there, but for here, they just don't have the size. It's just it's just kind of like a custom size, and I don't want to hire someone to do it. It's charge me all kinds of money to do it, but I'm pretty sure I can do this. So that will be a project probably for over the winter time, I think. Maybe I can do it at home in the cellar, you know. So, but I think in the meantime, I'm going to store up the screen, put it in the back of my truck, and bring it home. I don't think I'm going to leave it up here. If I leave it up here, the problem is maybe mice will get into the shed over the winter time and use it as nesting and chew it all up, because that does happen. They do get in. I'm going to bring the snow blower, I think, up here and cover it up and take out the plug. I don't know if I have a plug for it. I may have one at home. I got to change a plug in that. And then I may work on the Cub Cadet to take the plug off of that thing. So those are some of the things I'll be doing. But I took the flag down. Took the flag down over there at the shed for the winter. I think next year's project, I would like to, I kind of kicking some of the idea around about putting an antenna on the roof, either on the roof or probably on the eave next to the solar panel to the light. It's just one of those type of bars that go up, and then you have the antenna on top. But the problem with this is I'm gonna have to definitely ground it. There's no way I'm gonna just run it in there. The only way I could do that is if I do not run a ground and just run the the RJ6 down the eave and down the pole, and it's another issue drilling a hole. I'm not crazy about drilling a hole through the damn building to put the RG6 through. So I may experiment by putting the antenna up on top and just running it through the door to actually see if I get any channels in. So I don't want to do all this work and then get either no channels in or just get maybe 2 channels in. So I don't exactly know where these TV antennas are up here, so I'd have to screw around. So, I mean, if I get 7, 8 channels, I also want is the local channels around here. I would be totally happy with that. So I may screw around with that. If I do that, I will just have to every time I leave, just disconnect the RG6 from the TV so it doesn't, so if lightning hits it by any chance, it won't blow up the TV. Because that's usually what happens when you have an antenna on the roof. You definitely need to put a ground on it and run like a ground stake into the ground, so that way the lightning, when it hits the antenna, it will run down the ground wire and into the ground instead of the TV. I don't know, maybe many people may or may not know that, but that's kind of what you do when you put an antenna on the roof. For those of you that don't want cable, or if you just live out in the rural area. For me, it would be a waste to either get a satellite or cable TV out here. Cable's not available out here anyways. You'd have to get satellite. And I just don't see myself spending all that money for me not being up here a whole lot of time. Had the heat on last night. Got down to the 40s. Got down kind of cool. Tested out the heat last night. It worked incredible. It was nice and warm in there. So the heat works awesome in this place. It was toasty warm inside the cabin. Very happy about that. But anyways, I think I'm gonna bring the snow blower up here before it gets too late in the year. As you can see, the leaves are already starting to fall. It's late September. It's almost October. So very, very shortly, a lot of leaves are gonna be falling here. I didn't cut the grass on this side. I took one run near the border where the rocks are. That was it. But there's a lot of water there. There's a lot of water that congregates over in this little section here. I think maybe next year, one of the projects, I will probably put a drain here, see if it works. Once it's really nice and dry, I'll take a fence pole digger and dig very deep with it, as deep as I can possibly go, and then run a PVC pipe all the way down with a drain cover on top. So a lot of it will go deep into the ground. So we'll see if that works. But I mean, obviously I can't do it now. Maybe next summer I can do that. That might be a project for next summer to do when it's dry. Because it seems like during the rainy season in the spring, there's a lot of water here. There's a huge amount of water in this little section. So that's something I'm gonna have to do next year. That'll be one of the projects. And probably, like I said, the antenna. I mean, I could have possibly brought it up. Maybe next time at this time, I doubt it, but maybe next time I come up here, I can just temporarily mount it up there to see if I actually get any channels in on the TV. I mean, that would be great, and then that would be a project for like next spring or something, But like I said, the only thing I'm leery about is drilling a hole through the building to run the RG6. They do make a wire that goes in between the window, and then you can connect your RJ6 connection to the TV. But I heard some horrible reviews online about those. It just breaks the signal off. So I gotta figure it out here. I gotta see what the best approach is. If I do that, I'll have to really seal it up well. Another thing is I may have to call the company that I bought this camp off of and maybe get the number of the paint, either that or have somebody at a paint store duplicate this paint so I can do some touch-ups around here. Some of the Velcro that I took off, took a little bit of paint off, and I would like to touch it up. I like the color of the camp. you know. Originally, I wanted to paint. I would have liked it brown, but green's fine. I mean, you know, just I'm not gonna screw around with it and paint the whole damn thing another color just because I like it. This is fine. But so that's it for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these containers. I may just leave them here for the winter. We'll see. But all right. So let me do that. Let me break off here for a while and just bring the snow blower up here. Well, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, just about here on a Sunday morning, September 24th. So I putted around this morning. I took the hand mower out and just went around the edge of the camp and did up by the well a little bit. Mowed down here a little bit as much as I could without the water. Covered up the snow blower, took the plug out of it. I'm gonna get another plug. I'll put that next time I come up here. I probably will not be up here till, I'd say sometime in October. I won't be up here next week. I gotta work next Saturday. So, not only that, I got a dog sit Saturday night for my sister. Okay. Not that is imperative to this video, but just to let you know, I took a couple of measurements. Got a couple ideas about how to screen this thing in next year, other than putting that temporary screening on. I think next year I'm gonna go with maybe like a 6-inch wood strapping, or like a kicker plate or something like that. But I'm gonna get a piece of wood about 6 inches width, and then I'm gonna kind of connect them together using a jig hole drill. That way I don't have to cut any angles. I can just put them together like that. Up here, I'll probably go with maybe 1.5 inches of wood strapping to go across here. I'll join them together, and then I can somehow get the screening on from there. I gotta figure out what I can do up there. I'll probably have to put I'd have to probably put strapping up there too. I'll take the Velcro down. I won't take it down just yet. You know, maybe in case I need it for next year. But I would like to make the door. I'll have to put like a small, when I put the door in, I I don't know whether I'm going to go maybe 5 or 6 inch kicker plate on the bottom of it. Don't make the entire thing screen, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get some ideas online. And for this, I may just buy a screen door for this instead of making it, and then I can just get some hinges and connect it on here. This will be a little bit more trickier. It's rounded, so I may have to carve out the hinges on the poles for this one. I would imagine just trace them in somehow. It's going to be a little tricky. I'll have to figure it out. So it's going to be a little tricky screening this thing in, but I think I can do it. Warmed up pretty nice. See, it's about almost 60 degrees here. Warmed up pretty nicely. Sun is still out. Took the wind chimes off, so I won't get any more motion on the cam unless it's an animal or a person walking on the property. I think eventually I'll put the cart back inside here once I take the hand mower home with me, so I can maintain it in the winter. I'll probably change the oil, take the blade off and stuff like that, and probably change a plug on it over the winter if I can. I brought this thing up here for the wood. Eventually I'll be cutting that up. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'll cut it up in small pieces. And I'll put Flex Seal on around the whole thing. I didn't make it. I actually found this thing. I don't know what it was used for. I found it on the side of the road down where I live, but I thought I could use it. Probably put small pieces of wood in there to keep dry or kindling. Along with that plastic shed that I brought up that I found also some time ago. I'll probably put wood in there. I'd like to cut that up at one point, maybe next month if I have a chance. And eventually put some type of, I keep talking about it, but I never do it. Some type of fire pit here. Originally I was gonna put pavers down and make a kind of a fancy thing, but I seriously doubt it. I'll probably just dig out the dirt a little bit and maybe buy a fire pit to put down here so I can just have a fire or whatever. Maybe, sit out here in the fall, enjoy it before the snow comes. But the trees are starting to turn just a tiny bit. I seen some color on the other side, but it's a beautiful day up here. Very nice. So I didn't leave early this morning. Like I said, I came up here last night, like late afternoon, and went down the road and I towed back the mower, cut the grass here a bit, see how it was working. And eventually I'm gonna have to make some type of wood shelter so I can protect this from the snow come this winter. I'll have to work on that soon too. Just a matter of getting 2 pieces of wood in, putting them together like a triangle to keep the weight of the snow off. I might have 2 pieces in there. I'll have to check. I thought I did, so if it's that, it's just a matter of just screwing them thing together and just kind of makeshifting something. But we'll see what happens next time I'm up here. My sister may come up here next time with me. I'm not 100% sure. She says she wants it, but she never does. But we'll see. But something, I'm gonna go inside, close up the camp for the day, pack whatever I have left. I didn't bring too much up here with me. I brought very little food and clothing or whatever because I know I was only spending the night up here. So why don't I do that? I'm gonna go in and pack up the truck, and then I'll say goodbye, and I'll be back. All right, everybody, I'm pretty much done for the day. It's about 11:30, 11:45 in the morning here on a Sunday, September 24th. Yeah, got a few things done up here. Short time I was up here. just a quick trip up here. So I'll probably be up here in a couple of weeks, not next week, but probably the week after. But I want to thank everyone for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time I'm up here.